Hello, my curlies. Erica here from Coils and Curls. Glad you could join me for another Frizz-Free Friday. But before we get into it, do me a favor. Please hit the thumbs up below and subscribe to the channel so that this way, every Friday, you will get notification once my video hits. Thank you. Much appreciated. And now let's jump into it. So today I wanted to talk about the changing that we notice. The reason I decided to switch from dissecting hair to talking about change today, because this weekend I was having panic attacks as I was thinking about all of the new and different things that I was doing out of my comfort zone. Things like making YouTube videos, things like thinking about starting a TikTok channel or joining Instagram. It's all so overwhelming for me because I'm not a spring chicken. I'm 55. This way everyone knows. When I tell you about the changes that I'm noticing, it's not because I'm 30 something. It's because I'm 50 something. So I feel like I can talk to all of you about all of these different things that we notice because no one else is talking about them. The change in our skin, our hair, our nails, and what we can do to combat those changes. Now, hormonal changes, yes, I said it, hormones. Come on, ladies, we know we're going through them. We know it. We can't stop them, but we can help ease the burden. So we know with our skincare, we have to up our game a little bit. We need to use products that are meant for fine lines, maybe some sagging in the jowls, maybe some crepiness in our neck area. We start to alter our skincare routine. We add things that are meant for our skin type as it changes, as internally our hormones change. Same goes with the nails. We notice our nails are more brittle. We notice they've got some ridges in them. They're not as smooth as they used to be. Just whatever you do, please be careful if you're going to be using a smoothing file to help remove those ridges. If you use them too much, you can make your nails a little too thin and then they will break. So best bet, use a ridge filler instead. This way you're not damaging the layers of your nail because as you thin those layers, they will become weaker and weaker. So we change what we do with our skin, we change what we do with our nails, but what about our hair? No one ever tells us that our hair is changing too. Hormones affect it all. So what are those things that we notice with our hair? We notice it's thinning, we notice it's drier, and if we're graying, we notice that the hair is more wiry. I never had as much frizz in my younger days as I do now. Part of that is because the gray hair becomes more wiry. So you notice a little more halos if your hair is graying. You notice things that might be sticking out occasionally and they're not laying flat. They change. But what I want to discuss for our hair today are the specific things we can do to help our hormonal changing hair. One thing we notice is that it is thinning. Of course, a lot of that has to do with age. One is hereditary. I know in my family, after 30, the women started to thin. I have my receding hairline. I am definitely thinner up in top than I used to be. So what can we do for things like that? Well, we can use a line specifically, shampoo, conditioner, and topical treatments meant for thinning hair, but they're not always meant for curls, which means our curls are not getting exactly what they need. Nowadays, they do make specific topical treatments that you can either make yourself with natural products or something that's already made. And you can apply it straight to the scalp so that you can keep using your products that you like. And they really do help accelerate the growth if the follicle is still able to produce a hair. The second thing we notice is our hair is much drier. Why is our hair drier? Again, hormones. 2 could be medication. 3 is because we color our hair. So again, hormones, medications, we can't do much to change what we need to do, but we can change how we take care of that dry hair. So most of us have been using the same products for 10, 15 years, unless you are the type of curly that likes to try every new thing that comes out. Bless you, that's not me. I get stuck in a rut and I like what I like. But what happens is our hair changes and we're not changing along with it. We're still using that same routine. As our hair gets drier, you need to up the game, which means you need to use something that's a little heavier than you did in the past. That could mean using, instead of a light conditioner, now you're using something that's a bit heavier. We need to start using conditioners that are a little more emollient. We need to start using a protein reconstructor to help repair some of the damage we've caused by coloring. Once a week, once every other week, it depends on the damage of your hair. Everyone's hair is different, so again, you really have to do what works for you, because what works for you is not going to work for me, and what works for me is not going to work for you. So we need to pay attention to our hair and give it what it needs. Another thing we notice as we age is our hair is getting more wiry. And the reason for that is because our hair is turning gray. Gray hair is more resistant and it is more wiry and less controllable than non-gray, as your pigmentation has left the hair. Kind of like Elvis leaving the building. The color has left the hair. What you want to do is start using products that are going to control that a little bit better. Maybe you're using a gel. Maybe it's time to switch to a cream to help smooth and tame that wiriness. There are hundreds of lines now, and a lot of those lines have started to specialize in all natural, less toxic, lower carcinogens, and now there's more out there for us curly girls without the use of all of the harsh chemicals and the toxins. Years ago, I wanted to open an all-natural beauty supply store and curly salon. I wanted to cater to people who had gluten allergies, because putting products on our body, if you're gluten sensitive, could create a flare-up. I wanted to open the store in order to celebrate all of the natural products that were out there. Nowadays, since I've been out of the salon, I've heard about all of these different products emerging, but have I tried them? No, of course not. Because, like the rest of you, I got stuck in my rut. I got stuck in what was working, forgetting that sometimes we need to change. And that is why today I decided to talk to you guys about change and changes and changing what we're doing, especially if it's not working for us anymore. Or if it's working, we don't realize it could be better. We could be getting better results with products that are not what we're used to. So my curlies, I hope today was informative and helpful, even though it wasn't specifically about dissecting hair or how I care for my hair or how to give you more curl at the scalp. This was more about learning how to change our routines, change our products, and not be so afraid of change. Any questions, any comments? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love to read all the comments and I will answer you. This has been another Frizz-Free Friday video for you. Don't forget to hit that like button below, hit subscribe. This way you get notified every Frizz-Free Friday when I post another video.